Hi, it is the Human Operating System time again. So this channel is only for technology and educations. So a few days ago, I shared the Xiu Lim Tao practice, and then in recent video, I talk about the breathing and so forth. And with this, I got many messages from our Wing Chun friends asking me, so how to fix it? How to fix the Xiu Lim Tao practice so that it be able to deliver like the 1850s. So today I like to share with you this core concept today. And you need this thing to fix your Xiu Lim Tao if you want to get something out of it. Okay? And again, what I'm going to present to you is based on the ancient ancestor and science. It's not the Hendrik way. So anybody can follow it to get result. You are not following me. I'm just like a lecturer in the university, show you what is happening, say in physics, you know, what Newton's law is about and how is engineering practice. Okay. So before I start, this is going to get into technical. If you are not rational and willing to face the reality, please do not watch it. Do not watch this video. Stop the watching right now. Because I don't want to get into those lineage stuff, which grandmaster is authentic and all those kind of stuff. It is like, now you guys watch the movie Apollo 13. When the Apollo 13 guy saying that, Houston, we got a problem. The Houston has to work whatever it is it can be to get the man's back to the safely. This is what my agenda for this video. Okay, so I don't want to get into those who's grandmaster, who's lineage stuff, because people are dying and there's no time for that. As an engineer, well, if you are in a different direction, that's fine. Okay, that is I respect that. However, what I'm doing here is engineering, education, technology. I will not let people like those people, the Apollo 13 guy up there, and then we just pretend nothing happened. This is year 2020. It is a democratic world. It is a world which is we can care for other people, not just business and everything making some money. Okay, so whoever not into these directions, please do not watch it, because it's not necessary to waste time and to argue, to debate all kinds of stuff, or who is better than who. This has got nothing to do with that. This is purely technology. Okay? Now, in today's Xiu Lim Tao practice, what people do? One stand in the clamping knee triangle shape. Okay? And then some holding the structure, some lifting their anus, and then some straighten their spine, doing all this type of stuff. Or some even have the mind power and so forth. And then once they do that, what they do? They are waving their arm. That is what Xiu Lim Tao practice today, we like it or not. That's what other martial art style or other martial artists from other style look when they look technically into the 小龍頭 practice. Okay. So again, stand in the triangle style. It has to be triangle, clamping the knee or not clamping the knee, but you have to triangle and so forth. And then you have to hold on certain type of structure, and then you have to lift your anus, straighten your spine, mind power, and then waving the arm. Isn't it so? Now, that's what happened today, right? So what happened in the past? In the past hundreds of years, since General Qi Ji Guang until the Wing Chun ancestor in the Red Book, what happened? What is it there? Well, the first thing is this. Wing Chun is a short strike art at 1850. And the short strike art main is the body and the legs or the lower part of the body, or the core and the lower parts of the body. Because a short strike art need to get into close, like today's jiu-jitsu, need to get close. So one need to be really mobile, okay? So that is the first priority. It's not standing there and waving arm stuff, or standing there blocking. That's not Wing Chun at 1850. It is moving in like the jiu-jitsu guy. It just slam in and then it just take up, do whatever. So the body handling, the mobility, the dynamic of it is the name of the game. This arm techniques is the subordinate. So if you look at the jiu-jitsu guy, you see what it is. That's short strike art. The only difference is that Wing Chun is a standing one, the jiu-jitsu going down to the ground. Okay? That's number one key. The second thing is the handling of the strength. Right? You need strength to do all this fighting job, the short strike fighting job, or handling the impulse momentum. And that handling of the strength is based on breathing. Okay? It's based on breathing. Well, again, up to now, what I'm presenting is written in the traditional Chinese martial arts books, such as the Shaolin Short Strike book, classic, 1700s. So, the strength is based on breathing. If one don't breathe, one can do it. Well, again, it's not what I'm saying. It is black and white right in the Shaolin Short Strike Canon, which I translate in this Wing Chun Matrix books. In this page 59, here. Okay? Now, I've blown it up for you, and then the picture will be under this, the link in my blog. Or if you want the free screen, you free screen here, so you can read it, or you can print it out while I'm sharing here. Okay, over here it said that the transportations of force or jing is based in breathing. The handling of breathing depends on the lower abdomen operations. If the breathing is not at lower abdomen but at the chest, the handling of legs and footwork will not be solid. How will this defeat the opponent? Breathing is strength, the root of a martial artist. That's written in the Shaolin Short Strike Canon. Okay? If we say that we are Shaolin, we are Short Strike, you cannot get away from that. This black and white and this Shaolin Short Strike Canon, it have been verified is a real deal in the history of China. Okay? Now, over here, over in this in this page, what does it mean by the handling of legs and footwork will not be solid? The handling of legs and footwork will not be solid. What does it mean? Okay, it means that if the breathing is not at the lower abdomen, one will not be able to handling the dynamics of the impulse momentum. Okay, one will not be able to handle it because one cannot breathe, and because one cannot breathe, one cannot get into the, like we say, that the zone 4, zone 5 range. You just don't have the oxygen to do the job. On the other hand, in order to have this diaphragmatic breathing, one has to know how to properly handle the lower parts of the body at dynamics. Okay? Now, you know, this be able to handle the legs and the footwork, okay? Be able to solidly handle the leg and footwork. You know what is that? You said, well, yeah, Hendrik, you said that this is be able to handle the dynamic of the impulse momentum, okay? Or, you know, short strike is the core, where the core and the footwork has to be go in like the jiu-jitsu guy, right? Be able to solidly handle the dynamic impulse momentum is rooting. So rooting is be able to dynamically, very firmly, very solidly handle the legs, the footwork, the core, because your short strike is main in the body and the legs and the footwork. So that is the rooting means. Okay, so it is in this Shaolin Classic, it tell you already what is rooting. Rooting meaning one ought to be able to breathe. Okay, one be able to manage the handle the lower part of the body and the core, be able to breathe. That is rooting. So rooting is not like today's, in a demonstration, people stand in the different type of shape or triangle shape, and then using the structure, and then act like a rack that or a pole that one people push one side, then you have a scale on here, and then you be able to take the weight. No, you are talking about fighting is impulse momentum handling. In sports science, it's going to go into the zone 5 or maximum heart rate. It's not standing there demoing, oh, I can take this force. Okay, those stuff is like you emulate your body to be like a rod. The real life is, the entire thing is dynamic. Have you ever seen anybody can do this? Oh yeah, you know, the guy who fights Xu Xiaodong, Wei Lei, look at him, he can do those kind of stuff too. Okay, as you can see him in demonstrations in the video and so forth. But when you get into with the Xu Xiaodong, facing the momentum, the dynamic change, the entire thing collapse. Okay, so this is what the Shaolin Short Strike have already said it clearly. Okay, I didn't say a thing, I just relay this information to you. So if you want to have a useful 小念头 practice, listen to the ancestor, the Shaolin writing, listen to the sport science. Okay, now you might ask me, so how is the ancient practice this or develop this this breathing and be able to solidly handling the legs and the footwork and lower parts of body and so forth? Well, they get back to really basic that everybody miss it. Today, if you ask people about stance in Wing Chun, e.g. Kamehameha, they say standing in the pigeon toe, doing this, you tuck up your butt, all kind of stuff. But you know what is the ancients say? This is what they say. In one way, in the southern, we say 扎馬步 in Cantonese. In the northern, it says 站桩, standing pose. They are the same thing. Okay? Now, so what is the requirement to practice this 扎馬步 or 站桩 or horse stance or your e.g. Kamehameha stance? Okay, so this is the common denominator. It says the leg, the waist, the stomach has to be loose. So lower part of the body has to be loose. And then your hip, this is 坐胯, you have to sit on your hip. In other words, that using the back of your leg muscle. Okay, so in other words, it's saying that you want to use the back of the leg muscle. So actually, this thing is implement this thing. Okay, by using a stick here, so people be able to sit on their hip, according to like the ancient teaching. Now, after one doing this, that is the physical handling. It said that this is a process down. So it said that the breathing is natural. You let the breathing natural, which is always I said natural resonance breathing, natural. And then here it said listen to the breathing sink down. So what it means is, if you satisfy this physical of your leg, your waist, your stomach is loose, you sit on your hip, you satisfy that physical, then you get into the breathing is natural, and then as soon as you wait, like I always say in the Wing Chun, the meditation matrix books, you just wait there, then the breathing was slower, going lower, lower, lower naturally. Don't have to do anything, you just wait. It goes naturally down, lower to the lower abs. Okay? And this breathing naturally going downward to the lower abs is what Xing Qi to Dan Tian is. That's what it is. Xing Qi to Dan Tian is not some kind of mumbo jumbo, okay? It's internal art, Xing Qi to Dan Tian, but nobody knows what the heck is that. And then everybody have their interpretation. No, it is not. It is listen, meaning aware. The Chinese using listen, ting, listen. In Mandarin, ting, it does mean that listen, using your ear. It meaning aware of your breathing going lower. So it meaning that when you satisfy this physical thing, you just breathe naturally, effortlessly, and then you just aware that it's like the debits of the water in the water surface. The dust in the water in the surface of water, and slowly it's sinking down. You're aware of that, and your breathing is like that. It just settle down. Okay, sinking or settle down. So people call it what? Xing Qi to Dan Tian. Okay, and actually the way is the breathing is slowly descend down to the lower abs, the Dan Tian area. Okay, of course the breathing is not going down there, but because of the diaphragmatic the diaphragm get looser and looser, so the amplitude is get bigger and bigger. So when people feel like, oh yeah, I know, like the breathing is at the lower abs, it is not. It is just the diaphragm. Listen to the breathing, sing down or sing qi dan tian. It just means that after a while, if one loosening up the body, the satisfied this, and the nature is breathing, you don't use effort, you just loose up everything, then the body slowly will get into a bigger and a bigger diaphragmatic breathing. The diaphragm move bigger and bigger until you feel like every breath is like it's going down to the lower abs area. Okay, that's all. It's not something you have to do this, I have to do it. No, you just leave it alone. Okay, now after one aware of the breathing always going down, meaning the diaphragmatic breathing is, the amplitude of the diaphragm is moving big, huge. One aware of it, one get into a state called Chun Inception. The mind settle down and one quiet down. That's called Chun Inception. Don't all people who talk about 站桩 saying, well, I have to be this quiet and this silence. No, you don't have to do that. You just do follow these steps. You get that. Because this is like peeling onion. It's a natural, automatically undo whatever is not necessary to get to that state, that your mind quiet down. Okay? So the mind quiet down, it is like what I shared the other day. That is what? The mind or the heart and the breathing synchronize. Or today in sports science, the term coherence. The breathing rhythm and the heartbeat coherence, where it increase the heart rate variability, or it help to make the heart more resilient. Okay? That's what it is. So that is what I call here the 2C state in the Wing Chun Matrix books. So I have the process to train it. And that's why, because it's based on ancient, based on sports science, we know whether we got it or not. So this is the hot stand training. This is the hot stand. This is the E.G. Kamehameha training in the past, the ancient Chinese, when they wanted to develop that breathing to support their strength and support their momentum, the impulse momentum handling. So they will be able to have a solid impulse momentum handling, so that the body will be very mobile. So all the secret is here. What secret? This is all written in the document, in the traditional Chinese martial art document. If you take the common denominator and so forth, you look at it, the 1850 Kin Quid of Xiu Lin Tao, all have to obey this because it's Chinese culture. Okay? So you see that? People practice this for 100 days, like practice this 2C for 100 days. And in the ancient, didn't it say that in the ancient, all the stories say that one practice standing in the hot stands for 100 days. Like this thing, now you can do it in 2 weeks. What is going to develop? It is developed that breathing, which is needed, and the handling of the physical body, which is needed, so that one be able to satisfy the breathing and the handling of the core, the legs, the momentum. It's just like that, simple like that. Okay? So now you look back. This is what the ancient saying, okay? instruction the ancient gave. What is that got to do with you practice 小念頭, standing there in the so-called 二字擒陽馬, lock the heck out of the knee, and then holding a triangle shape, holding your body, your butt have to keep one way, straightening your spine, lifting your anus. What is it got to do with this? What is those thing which is statically holding the thing like a rack got to do with this training of the ancient, where the name of the game is be able, like the Shaolin classic just now said, be able to have the strength via the breathing, and the entire body, the footwork, the core and so forth is solid, be able to handle the dynamic impulse momentum, which is meaning rooting. It is never be like the Tai Chi guy, oh yeah, I have to push hand, this and that. So that's why, if one want to keep going that way, it is like living in a different world than the MMA guy. It never deliver those kind of practice. It is not what the ancient teaching is about. So it's not just standing down there waving your arm or with this perfect holding structures and so forth. It is have to prepare to do this. Okay? So this is the reality. So again, it's like the Apollo 13 movie. Houston, we got a problem. And Houston has to say, hey, do this, get back. What I'm saying today, many people would not like it. I guarantee you. But should I say it? For those who want to see reality, who want facing the MMA guy, the jiu-jitsu guy, or have to shut my mouth up and keeping everybody follow what the movie, and then you get one Wing Chun movie out, then everybody get hyped. Oh, we're doing the same thing. This is called Wing Chun, and then after 2 years, another movie out. This is Wing Chun. Did Bruce Lee's Tao of Jeet Kune Do do those kind of stuff? Or you look into the Tao of Jeet Kune Do, is more this type of stuff. Modern sports science. Look into Western boxing. Didn't they need the stamina? Didn't they need the dynamic? Like they shadow boxing, every step, they had the falling steps and all those kind of things. When the Western boxing need those falling steps, really fast practice of shadow boxing, don't they need really solid the handling of the core? That is rooting. That is rooting. So the ancient ancestor and today's Western boxing of this footwork is parallel. Getting close, the body with the jiu-jitsu is parallel. While for us, most of the people who watch the movie of the Wing Chun movie is completely thinking somewhere else. See, the ancient Chinese ancestor and today's boxer, Western boxing, jiu-jitsu, they are the same thing. They're dealing with the same thing. So, this is I'm sharing with you today. I'm sorry that this is really blunt, straightforward. But this 2020, are we going to screw more brothers and sisters just because of politics, self-benefits, title? Or we just put it up so everybody, here on, everybody know what is the facts. If we are not sure of rooting, don't go study with those Tai Chi guy. Go study with the Western boxer. When they do you look at them when they do the shadow boxings, you know, all this kind of stuff. Look at their footwork. When we talk about sticking body, sticking hand, don't go watch movie. Go study with the jiu-jitsu guy. Then we know what his ancestor is talking about. Not those internal art guy, okay? Forget about those internal art guy. For 100 years, past 100 years, look at which internal art guy have fought the Western or the Japanese martial artists with those type of mystical rooting, magic power, those kind of things. Look at it. Look, no, and how many of them be able to fight in Bangkok with the Thai boxer, where the Kyokushin, after Oyama reform it, be able to go fight with the Thai boxer. So we need to know what is the reality. And for this thing, on the other side, when the time we get old, 50, 60, 70, we're going to practice here, and this is this. That's for health. You're not wasting your time and money for practice Wing Chun if you do it this way. And again, okay, so finally I want to say one thing. What I'm telling you today is I'm just translating whatever it is in English, because how many people will see all this thing, get the common denominator, and then and fuse it to the modern science? It takes decades of works. And I just present whatever it has happened, exists. Will this get result? Again, don't believe me. I'm not here to sell religions or sell a product. Check with your wearable device for the sport, from the sports science, your epoch, your heart rate variability. Didn't we say that here? If you do it properly, you can see it in your heart rate variability rising up. That's simple.